Chris with Your High School Sports, and we're going back and forth with head coach of the Elizabethton Cyclones, Coach Sean Witten. Got a big matchup this week against Greeneville. Greeneville, of course, is ranked number 1, but you're the defending champions. So this makes all eyes on this game this week, probably the biggest game in the state. Talk about how your team's preparing for this game.
Well, our team's done everything we've asked them to do to rebound from the disappointing loss in the early season. We played a lot of tough teams. It's kind of really puts in perspective when you get to this point how hard it is to win each and every week, and just to be able to sustain it, everything that goes in, the preparation, the effort, the carrying on the culture and accountability and the discipline to go in and play like you're supposed to. So it's the first meeting. Obviously it's a disappointing loss. We had a lot of Greene players out there for the first time, and Greeneville's a really good team. They're really good. They know they're really good. They're very talented. We just didn't play our best game, and whether it was a lack of intensity or just mentally we weren't as sharp as we needed to be. We feel like right now that we, over the course of the last 10 weeks, that we put ourselves in position. We've answered a lot of questions. We've grown up in a lot of ways, and we've got a great senior class that's leading the way.
Hello, Coach. My name is Michael Hines with Your High School Sports. What do you think some of the keys are? Because Elizabethton is tough just like you guys.
Obviously you got in a big game like this, you can't turn the football over. You got to be able to make turnovers on defense. You got to be able to, for us, a big key is going to be able to get the ball to our playmakers and let them make plays. In a big game, you got to depend on those guys to show up, make big plays, so you can continue to keep on playing.
What are you going to do differently to be able to try to slow down Gardner, Gillespie, guys like that?
Well, I think, as good as they are on offense, they're even better on defense. They've only given up the most 17 points a game this year, and that was the very first game of the season. They're only giving up 9 points a game averaging. DB only scored 14. Oak Ridge only scored 14. Elizabethton only scored 12. So, we realize that, they're just an overall very good team, and when you play these teams, it takes a lot to beat them, and a lot of it's about mental toughness. It's winning. It's winning the first 24 minutes. It's finding a way to get the game in the last 12 minutes. It's next play type of mentality. We got to do a great job. And as good as your defense needs to be, your offense has got to be even better. And I think on second series, we had an 18-play drive. Capitalized in a touchdown. Our offense kept them off the field. So, number one, what really needs to be different is we need this game to be a low-scoring game. We don't really want to get in a shootout with them.
Yeah.
We don't want to trade scores. We feel like our front seven, has gotten a lot better. Our strength of our defense has, kind of been our defensive line all year long, led by Trent Taylor, but we've kind of settled in some areas with Eli Williams, Mason Ball, the emergence of Blake back in our lineup, missed some early games, with an injury, and I felt like, our secondary and our skill group, as a group, had their best game last week on defense and offense.
I don't know that you can stop them. You just got to be able to. When you got to limit the big plays, they're going to be able to make some big plays on you, throwing the football with the Roberts kid, trying to take it the top off the thing with, him on the deep ball. Rollins throws a really good deep ball. And another thing, running the football, they got two guys that are both about 1,000-yard rushers. With Rollins, he's a really good, he's the most, probably most patient runner we've seen all year. He's on whatever the defense gives, he's going to take advantage of it. He's a hard runner. Also, in the Russell kid, he's a kid that runs the football really hard, is a physical guy, does a good job blocking for Rollins. So, we got to be able to try to keep those guys under control. The get off the field on third down will be a big key for us defensively.
We feel like, we've kind of got a scrappy offense. We feel like we've got some guys that can really make us go. Our offensive line has got to do a great job of sustaining blocks. But, it's just it's really a shame over the last 5 years that this game's a third round matchup, it just really gets tough, and that's why this is a great game. So it's just there's a lot of mutual respect, and we've got to do a great job. So our tight ends, H-back, receivers, we know what Bryson can do. Cade Russell running the ball, Nate as well, and we just got to do a great job of keeping them off balance at times.
You've got some really good runners, too. The main one is Gudger.
They go back to the run. They're going to give it to Gudger. Right up the middle. Power running. It's going to be hard to catch him. He's gone.
Oh, yeah, he's a special kid. Obviously after Mr. Football, he's a semifinalist. But anytime he can get the ball in his hands, there's a good chance that something special is going to happen, especially with the speed that he's got. Had a big game against them earlier in the year. I expect for him to have another big one this Friday night also. With all those kids out on the edge, we just say we want to get the ball in their hands and let them make a big play. Just get it out there to them, and something special is going to happen. It's always not going to be a touchdown, but they got a good chance to make a big play every time they touch it.
What wins football games is sacrificing for the greater good of the team. It's the unselfish mentality. It's unsung heroes. It's focusing on the next play. And it's about having a grit. It's about having a toughness. It's a mental and emotional type game. You can't get caught up in all the outside noise. It's mentally winning the battle in your mind before you ever step on the field. And so these games are tough. There's no doubt about it. That's one reason why you go to Elizabethton, why you go to Greeneville to play in these type of games. And so, it's an opportunity for our kids because we've worked really hard too. We've worked really hard, not just this year, but over the last course of the 15 years of my tenure here. That we had a group of young men that were just tired of getting beat. That were tired of finishing second. And so just the expectations, the tradition. Why wouldn't there be expectations? Why wouldn't there be pressure on us to perform at a high level? So our kids realize that. We got a town that believes in us. We got a community that believes in us. That's why our fans are as good as they are. Just the mentality you have to win this game, sets you above and beyond. And so to be mentioned as one of those best teams, and to do it each and every year, that's a big deal. It's a big deal of why we do and put all the work that we do. So I'm proud of our guys because it's taken a lot of work to get back to this point. It's taken a lot of effort, to win, to be 10-1 and have a chance to play them again. And, it's going to be an exciting game, exciting opportunity, and we're looking forward to it.